Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there, follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen, folks, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be talking Jets, all right? We'll run a live radio show. I take callers, call in, all right? I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. Also, there's some links down below as well. In those links, it has a link to the Susie G. Komen Foundation. I'm running a fundraiser, with them. Please donate if you can. Any money that you give is going directly to the foundation. So please, $1, $2, anything you can give is greatly appreciated. We're doing whatever we can to spread breast cancer awareness and bring the fight to breast cancer. So with all that said and done and put to the side, I'll come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets' upcoming game against the Green Bay Packers. Boy, oh boy. This is something else, all right? It's going to be my game preview. We're going to get tested. We're going on the road. We're going to Lambeau. This is a tough place to play. A lot of cheese over there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cheese. And listen, Matt LaFleur, as we know, is their head coach. Mike LaFleur, his brother, is our offensive coordinator. Our coach, Robert Suller, as well, has a great friendship with Matt LaFleur, too. So there's a lot of connections there. And this is a good football team in the Green Bay Packers. We're a team that's trying to continue as well. We're 3-2, so we're trying to turn that corner and really continue to show the rest of this league that, hey, we're going to be serious contenders. We're really going to try to push and, make our push to get into the playoffs. That's what we're trying to do at this point, really set things up, get wins under our belt, taking it 1 week at a time. And we're showing people, hey, we've got the talent. So when you look at this matchup, man, I'm going to start with the defense. And we all know Aaron Rodgers, man. Man, this Aaron Rodgers guy is something serious, man. This guy's been doing it for so long. Great arm. This guy can move. He's got it all, right? I mean, he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time already. He's won the big game. He's just done it all in this league, right? He's one of the players, I think, around the league that everybody looks at and they go, man, he is special, right? He is truly special. Even though he's getting up in age, this guy can still sling the football down the field, is still wildly accurate. Like he can just do it all. The arm, everything is still there, right? So when I look at our defensive challenge against him, it's, hey, can we get to Aaron Rodgers? Can our pass rush step up this week and be more consistent than they have up until this point? Now, we've seen, right, where our pass rush has these spurts where they get after, but we've got to bring consistent pressure against this guy, okay? Last week, we didn't really see the pass rush really have a lot of effect until like late in the fourth. A lot of the things that we saw was really solid coverage, really aiding our pass rush. This week, I need our pass rush to really aid our coverage, and we got to get after it. Now, again, I know that, Carl Lawson, he's, near the top of the league in like pressures and hurries and stuff, but we've got to start getting home. These guys have got to start getting home. We've got to start getting these sack numbers up. So I'm looking at Carl Lawson. I'm looking at Michael Clemens. I'm looking at Huff. Huff has played well since they've activated him. We've seen this guy really come on and really add some things to the rotation. John Franklin Myers, who's played solidly as well too. Jacob Martin, we got to start getting home. You got to do whatever you can to get after Aaron Rodgers. Get in his face, bang him around, get him off his spot, start throwing off the timing of this offense. We have to do that. If we give Aaron Rodgers a clean pocket to where he's just back there dialing it up, oh my Lord, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Now, Jermaine Johnson is dealing with an ankle injury as well. Of course, he'd be part of that pass rush and push, and we'll see what happens. As of right now, they're saying that he's not going to be practicing. Again, the week is still playing out, so we'll see what happens going forward with him. Hopefully, he'll be able to play in that game because, again, he's a guy that is definitely going to help us in that rotation situation. So as far as pass rushing, but we have to get after it this week, and we've got to get going. Also, when you look at their running game, too, got a running back named Jones, as we all know. That guy's really, really good. He's already got, I think, 390 yards rushing this year. So we've got to look out for him. Quinnen Williams, I'm sure these guys are going to really, Quinnen Williams, Rankins, they're going to be tasked this week to really clean up that middle, man. Do not let this guy get anywhere. Also, you got to look at him as a guy that comes out the backfield as a receiving threat. We've seen him. He's got good hands. He got solid route running. He's going to be a tough matchup for our linebacking core, who's dealing with some injuries as well. Quincy Williams is supposed to come back from that ankle injury. As of now, they're talking about him returning to practice and continuing on. So he's a guy that it's looking like the arrow's pointing north for him to actually end up playing this football game, which is going to help us. Because again, Alexander, who's been playing very well for us, Quan really put on in the last game against the Dolphins, C.J. Mosley, and Sherwood in the time that, he's have to fill in has been all right, but bringing him back into this lineup is really going to boost our linebacking core, especially when you're talking about a guy like that coming out the backfield. They also got some really good tight ends, and Mercedes Lewis as well, who's a guy that can make plays. But when you look at their wide receiving core, man, I'm not necessarily scared by these guys, but there's still guys you got to account for, right? But I'm looking at DJ Reed, Sauce, Whitehead, man, Michael Carter II. I think we can lock their wide receivers up. I really do. I think our secondary is good enough. Again, they got Lazard, they got Romeo, they got Randall Cobb, who's a veteran in this league. But I think we can take care of that there. So if we can get after Aaron Rodgers and let our secondary, let Sauce do what he does and DJ Reed do what he does, I think we can really, take some things away defensively and really put ourselves in a really good position to win this football game. Now you look at us offensively, and I think that's where I'm saying, okay, we got to get started faster offensively, especially when you're playing the Green Bay Packers. We can't struggle and not be able to put together drives, not be able to get into the end zone against Aaron Rodgers. If you do that, I'm telling you, we're done. So this week I'm looking at Zach Wilson, who honestly, for some reason, not disrespecting anybody, but recently he's been getting a lot of hate, man, and I don't get it. There's people coming out saying that he hasn't had a 300-yard game yet, and some people trying to say he's a bust. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but I think the kid's done fine, all right? Against the Steelers, we all saw he went out there and literally won the game, and then he comes back against the Dolphins, plays within the offense, and we have a solid game, and we're able to get that W as well. So I don't understand, but our offense is, I think at this point, total offense, I think we ranked 12th total in offense. So I think we're fine. We just got to get started faster, and we've got to take advantage of field position. When you look at this upcoming game, our offensive line is going to be tested in this game. Again, Dwayne Brown looked pretty solid, against the Dolphins, especially, again, coming off that injury. It was his first game, really starting and playing for us, and he looked good. ATV's probably going to be back at right tackle this week as well. And Preston Smith and Rashad Gary is the guys you got to look at the Packers. Man, these guys get after it, man. They get after it. And we've got to look out because they're going to bring pressure. We've got to keep Zach protected because if you don't, especially Rashad Gary, I think he's their sack leader, he will take your head off. He'll take it off. I'm telling you, take it clean off. So we've got to look out. It's going to be cold. It's going to be rainy. I think it's going to be like 50 degrees there. It's going to be rainy there. I think the thing that's really going to help us and what the doctor is going to order to really help us win this football game is running the football effectively. That's what we're going to have to do in this game. And I think that's something that the Packers are vulnerable. We can run the football on them. Again, get the ball to Breece Hall. Get it to Carter. Let these guys really handle business up front. Get physical with this Packers front. That's something that can happen. I think we can run the football effectively. Again, Breece Hall, I think last week had 97 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Let's get back to that. Let's really manhandle these guys, run the football down their throats, dominate the time of possession, drain the clock, keep Aaron Rodgers on the bench as we continue these long drives down the field and run the football on them. So I think that's going to be huge for us, again, especially with the weather that supposedly is going to be there. And then you look at that secondary of the Packers, they got some guys, too, that we got to look out for as well. Alexander, Stokes, these are solid corners in this league. So, of course, Wilson, Garrett Wilson, I think is going to have a healthy helping of, offensive plays that's going to be designed to get the football to him. But, of course, Elijah Moore, Corey Davis, get them involved as well, Mike LaFleur. Let's get these guys rolling. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these guys rolling. Also, I want to see what we do with Uzama and Conklin. I know that we constantly talked about the tight end position being a big factor on this offense. Let's see these guys be utilized in this game, too, because I think that there's some favorable matchups that they're going to be able to take advantage of well. So, again, I'll tell you what, we need to run the football. And last but not least, the penalties must stop, okay? Whether it be defensively, often the stupid penalties that we're getting to help people extend their drives, especially defensively, is killing us. We got to stop that. We must. You give Aaron Rodgers a 15-yard penalty for a first down to extend a drive, good luck to you. Good luck to you. He's going to punch that in. So we've got to stop that. So with that all said and done, all right, I am taking the New York Jets to win this football game. I'm taking the Jets to win the game 27-24. 27-24. I'm taking the Jets. I think we'll get a W. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about this matchup with the Packers? What are your thoughts about us facing up with Aaron Rodgers? Do you think our pass rush will be able to get after him? When you look at us offensively, do you think that Zach Wilson will be able to perform solidly with Preston Smith, Rashad Gary? These guys are going to get after it. Do you think he'll be able to evade the pressure and really deliver from the pocket? Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. You folks have a good one. Peace.